If you love bourbon, if you love whiskey, you're going to love these conversations. So make sure you subscribe to the Bourbon Lens starting now. Welcome back to 5 Minute Fridays. We hope you catched Monday's episode where we talk about what are your favorite winter finishes. Also, don't forget to download and subscribe. Come on. So this week we talked about finishes for winter, fall, late fall. And one that kind of was all the rage a couple years ago was very simple put, the Maple Burle cask. This was kind of made famous, I would like to say, by Chase Hazelbaker and the team at Nulu. They kind of took Kentucky Bourbon Festival by storm, and then there was a following thereafter. So we saw Hard Truth do that, and we got to the opportunity to go down to Rabbit Hole, have a dinner with Cave, where they brought this Sucrule, which is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in Maple Burle casks. This is a 4-grain triple malt bourbon mash bill at 106.9 proof. So very cool bottle. I love the Distillery series that Rabbit Hole does. Have they all been bangers? No, but I love the format. I do love the smaller bottle. This one is enjoyable. So let's dive into this. You don't hear much from Rabbit Hole. We talk about this in the Trends podcast a couple weeks ago. What's Pernod's next move, right? So this one is really interesting because of the triple malt that it is finished or starts with and then finished in this Maple Burle casks. So the note I get right off the nose is tapioca pudding. That's really kind of a weird note, but it's there. And then the sweetness kind of comes in. It has a little bit of tropicalness to it on the nose. And you would think it would just be overly rich and complex with confectionery notes or maple notes, but this is really tropical on the nose. So the other thing I will say is it does have grain. So you do feel that grain mash bill in here. It's nice. It's subtle on the nose, but let's dive in. I like the proof point right off the bat. Don't even have to drink it. 106, sign me up. This one is really rich and sweet on the palate. So what you don't get on the front end on the nose, you do get on the palate. So you do get that maple note that kind of comes out and feels like you're having like a judged up waffle or pancake, right? Like, so you got your maple syrup and there's fruit on it, right? So you're getting natural sweetness. You're getting, some maybe artificial sweetness or like that true mapley note that kind of comes through there. And so you're getting two types of different sweetnesses that are battling. And then you have this malt on the back end that kind of gives it body and is kind of punching through the sweetness. So I do think the mash bill works with the finishing casks. We will have a podcast coming soon with High West, and Isaac Winter makes this point, and he says every bourbon has a perfect proof and the perfect whiskey that kind of goes with that proof point. And so I think the base liquid goes well with the finishing cask. Not always does that do. Sometimes people are just like, I'm just going to lay this down and let whatever happens, happens. And I think this one pairs very well. I just can't get over the like toasted coconut note in this. And then that back end sweetness kind of really pulls your palate in a really good direction. I like this. I don't often drink Rabbit Hole, probably should drink it a little bit more. I think they do make a clean distillate there. I'm excited to see what the future does hold for Rabbit Hole and Pernod as a American whiskey, right? So let us know, what's your favorite winter finish? Is it Maple Burle? Is it something else? Leave a comment below and we'll catch you next time. Cheers. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Bourbon Lens. If you want more exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/Bourbon Lens and join our growing community. If you just want to stay friendly with us, you can go over to Instagram, X, and Facebook and follow us there. Also, our YouTube page is growing and we're producing more content there like Thursday Thoughts and 5 Minute Fridays. So don't forget to smash the subscribe button and catch all the content that we are producing every week. And until next time, cheers.